So June marks the 15th anniversary of The Hangover came out, the first one. And they haven't really thought about it. Hangover was the last great comedy movie that actually, literally, laughed so hard I couldn't breathe in the movie theater. Same time, Borat came out like a month after that, but something more pure, something more entertaining. And it was a good 100-minute movie. And it's really, like I said, probably was the last great comedy movie of not only the early 2020s, but just comedy in general. I can't remember the last actual comedy movie I went to and this laughed out loud. Laughed. And maybe that's going back to what I said in another video about, being gross out movies. And come to think of it, there's not really that much of a gross out in the movie, but it was a cultural phenomenon that still takes a generation by storm. It is kind of akin to, I don't know, like Something About Mary in the 90s, and Probably the Jerk. It's one of those last of the generational movies I can think of, though, where everybody saw in the theater, everybody knows the references, and everybody enjoyed the movie. Still to this day, I had my friends dressed up as Zach Panakis, how you say his name, and the guy with the and the lion in the movie, or was it a tiger? But still, The Hangover is one of the last of the generation comedy movies where it was a straight funny movie where you tell people, dude, you gotta go see this movie. It's hilarious. Now you go, hey, I saw this really hilarious movie on Netflix. Oh, I saw this hilarious movie on HBO Max. Oh yeah, I don't have that. It's probably the great thing about movie theaters is like the word of mouth. Like, oh my god, you gotta see this movie. It's awesome. But I'm trying to think of the actual wording I said on my X. So I just killed time. It's I remember seeing it and just laughing out loud. And it was a mainstream movie. That's the thing. It launched Zach Galifianakis' career. It launched Kim Jong. Excuse me if I'm messing up his name. Launched his career. He had a really good run in the 2010s. And also thinking about it today, that baby can drive. He's a baby driver. I don't know what that kid can go around to say, yeah, first paycheck in one of the greatest comedy movies of the 2020s, or the new millennium, one of the greatest comedies ever. And you can live with that. And it's, on everybody's top 10 list. My top 10 list, most definitely top 15 for sure. Even though it spawned really two. It's kind of like Porky's, where it didn't really need a sequel to the movies, and it holds up on its own. And like 15 years later, The Hangover still hangs up on its own, and yeah, it's kind of a great. It has a mystery, it has comedy, a little romance, um, and it has Mike Tyson in it, the greatest boxer ever lived. That's in my opinion. And I can't. There's really no other words to say without sounding douchey. That it is an amazing, great movie. 15 years later, and probably another 15 years, still gonna be a hilarious movie. There's some movies that never get old, or when you laugh at Porky's one of them. Back to the Theater is one of them for sure. Blues Brothers, those really good writers, especially we can get to 2000s. It's really dying off comedy wise. You know, Tommy Boy, in the 90s. Fred Wolf stuff like Tommy Boy, Dirty Work, very underrated movie. Joe Dirt, stuff like that. That was just a lot of the dying of the comedy. This stuff you can just laugh so hard that you couldn't breathe. I mean, but yeah, because I also remember, but there's also this dumb comedies that they left all their stuff in the trailer, and that's more of the marketing problem. That's more not the editor's fault, or whatever. But like but for sure, The Hangover was really one of those movies I got on DVD when it came out in December of that year. Yeah, hilarious movie.